Hello food fans, going to have some delicious food for lunch today. We're going to have the old favorite Dinty Moore Beef Stew, and this is a 15-ounce can. And in addition to this, we shall use some rice with the Dinty Moore Beef Stew, and also I'm going to have two kinds of salad from the deli section at Walmart. I think that's where I bought this. I got coleslaw, and I've got potato salad. And we'll have that, and I don't have to do any work or any cooking on either one of those. That'll be easy to fix since it's low priced. And we're also going to have a secret dessert. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is boil some rice. This is instant rice. And I'm just going to put in probably about a half of 1 full cup into the boiling water, and this is instant type rice, so it'll be ready in 5 minutes. After the rice is boiled for about 5 minutes, I shall drain the water from the rice, and then we will add the Dinty Moore Beef Stew. Now we add the Dinty Moore Beef Stew, and we get some nutritional value there. There's about 84% of your daily requirement for sodium, or daily suggested amount. I don't know if it's a requirement or just a suggestion. I'm going to stir that up, and then we shall eat. And this looks good. Drop my spoon down into the pan there with the rice and the Dinty Moore Beef Stew. Dinty Moore Beef Stew is a brand that's been around since I was a kid. I think I was probably about 7 years old when I first tasted Dinty Moore Beef Stew. Let me get some with rice here and see if it still tastes the same. The familiar Dinty Moore Beef Stew with lots of beef in it. This is good, and the rice adds some protein, probably some vitamins. I didn't look on the package, but it tastes good, and it makes the one 15-ounce can of Dinty Moore Beef Stew can probably serve 2 people, unless they're hungry people like me. I have potato salad here and coleslaw. Take some potato salad first. Very good potato salad. This is from Walmart's deli. I have a little bit more right now. This is Kroger's root beer. And as you know, I don't get paid to say that. I do not have any deals with any food store or chain at this time. Here's a coleslaw. Beautiful weather today. This is what, Friday? I guess it's the 26th, I think, of May. I'm going to be having a 3-day weekend with Memorial Day. Try some more Dinty Moore Beef Stew with rice. Put a little spoon in here. I'll use a big spoon for salad, coleslaw in this case. I have some old paycheck stubs here from 1987, working on the movie Planes, Trains, and Automobiles with Steve Martin and John Candy. It's a cult favorite movie, and I worked 9 days as a passenger in the airport scenes. If you see an airport scene where Steve Martin and John Candy are buying tickets or whatever, you might see me in the background. I worked 9 days on it, but there's only one scene where I've been able to see myself sitting in the airport lounge. I'm not sure which airport it's supposed to be. But I was paid very well. I'm pretty sure it was a Paramount. We worked at Paramount. There's some more coleslaw. This has very good taste. Coleslaw has good taste. The Dinty Moore Beef Stew tastes good. As far as I know, I might have had Dinty Moore Beef Stew at least once a year, every year of my life. Very, very possible. Not counting the first 8 years or so, 7 years of my life. I would not recommend Dinty Moore Beef Stew for a baby. I would recommend the coleslaw for anyone, and any of the coleslaw availabilities, whether it's at a fast food place like Kentucky Fried Chicken or Popeyes, or a deli selection like Kroger has good coleslaw. More rice and Dinty Moore Beef Stew. Cap back on the lid. The amount of money I was paid those days and nights that I worked at Paramount as a passenger in an airport lounge area, 1987, the base rate was $90. Then I got overtime, $48.95. This is for one day. $48.95, I think is what it says. Could be 96. Allowance. The $8.50. That's for nighttime penalty, I think. And miscellaneous $30. It's probably a couple of changes of wardrobe is my guess. And the net after paying taxes, $110.48. What is that? This is taxes and deductions, $66.95. So I had 9 probably late evening calls that went into the early morning hours. And I worked with John Candy and Steve Martin on that. And they were always pleasant. I did not have any conversations with John Candy for some reason. I guess we just never were at the craft services table at the same time. Craft services table is the snack bar, the area where they have peanut butter and bread and fresh fruits and lots of different snack foods. I worked at Paramount a lot. I worked there on Dear John, of course. I worked there on Happy Days. I worked there on Mork and Mindy. And Winds of War. Dinty Moore Beef Stew, quite good. They put a lot of work into making a movie like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. As I said, I worked 9 days on it, and I'm barely visible. And they had perhaps 50 or 60 extras working in the pool of extras that were available for the scenes inside the airport lounge and I think they had a bus lounge and a train station, wherever people were waiting to travel somewhere. I was lucky to be a movie extra. Put me in the right place at the right time, 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 in the right place at the right time. Good beef flavor from the Dinty Moore Beef Stew. Also has large chunks of potatoes and carrots. I guess Hollywood's getting ready for some strikes, perhaps union strikes. The actors might be going on strike sometime in June, possible.
Writers have a guild. Directors have a, I don't know if it's a, yeah, Directors Guild of America, DGA. A lot of union activity in Hollywood, New York. And certainly Las Vegas. I was with the Musicians Union in Las Vegas for many years, and finally transferred to the Los Angeles local when I moved to California. I hope your health is good. That makes everything else so much easier. As far as I know, I never had COVID. Yet. We will have a good secret dessert. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to look up the date, the year when Dinty Moore Beef Stew was first available. I will guess probably sometime in the 1930s. I think Planes, Trains, and Automobiles was a big success at the box office. One of the plane scenes, airplane interior scenes where you see the passengers inside a plane, was filmed at Paramount, stage 4, I believe. And if you looked at the scene, you'd think, well, they just rented an airplane for the day and did the scene on the airplane, because it looks just like the interior of an airplane, but it's just a set. There's no exterior to that plane. It's just an interior airplane set, and it's probably only about 10 feet long. If you are an artistic person, you'll probably find a good career waiting for you in Southern California in the movie industry somewhere. But you have to have money to get by between jobs. This is the last of the Dinty Moore Beef Stew. Very good tasting. And I will bring out our secret dessert, which is pudding cup with some chocolate chips. Add the chocolate chips to the pudding cup. Let me open the pudding cup first. It's a vanilla. I'm going to put chocolate in with the vanilla. And I think I can get some chocolate chips with a spoon. We shall see. Yep. Lots of chocolate chips. I'll mix that up. Chocolate chips and vanilla pudding. Very delicious. It gives a good crunch to the pudding from the chocolate chips. This is good. I'm glad you could come over and join me for lunch. We'll have to get together more often. Thank you for watching.